different player in the second half? Did the coaches challenge you at halftime, or you just challenge yourself?
In the first half, I think I got off to a slower start than I would have liked, but I think I was still doing a lot of things that helped the team defensively. So obviously, I'm out there to play good defense, and the offense will come, and I think that shows that this game in the second half, the offense ended up coming, and I continue to play defense.
Kadin, we talked about how far along the defense was with so many returners tonight. What did you think of the connectedness and how the defense executed?
I'll have to go back and watch the film. We had some breakdowns, which is expected in the first game of the year, but I'll have to go back and watch the film before I can make a decision on that. But when we needed stops, we got them. So I think in the end, that's all that matters. But we'll keep growing from this game. I think there's 30 games this season, 29 left, and by the end of the year, hopefully we'll have a pretty nice defense.
This place got pretty quiet when they went in front for a minute, and then you guys responded like, I don't know, angry something. What was that like to just turn it on like that?
Yeah, they took the lead. Part of me was just like hoping it wasn't last year all over again, and I think we all just like realized we had to lock in at that moment. Like we couldn't let them continue to build this momentum. So the crowd stayed in it, which we really appreciate, and we stayed in it. We played hard, and we were able to pull away, which was really good. I'm not sure if last year's team would have been able to do that early in the season, so I think we showed growth there.
Yeah, Kadin, what was said, I guess, in those moments, and then kind of along those lines, how much did Kihei's and Reese's leadership and their playing together, because they made some big shots during that sequence, help you guys?
Yeah, it's always nice to have Kie here, fifth-year guy we can always count on to make a shot when we need it. Pretty much what we were saying in that moment, though, was we got to get stops and we got to take care of the ball. I think we were probably turning the ball over in that moment. So we really locked in on what we were trying to do on offense because I think that, I don't know the numbers for sure, but I think we had a little dry streak there, which let them back into the game. So I think we really started focusing on setting better screens, making better decisions with the ball, and I think that helped us pull away there a bit.
Yeah, Kadin, what do you think has made the difference for Armaan and just how he was able to kind of get going early on and shoot pretty efficiently throughout tonight?
Yeah, that's what I expect from Armaan. This offseason, what I noticed was his confidence is 5 times higher than it was last year. It's amazing. He'll shoot it with anybody in his face, and he'll just act like nobody's there, and that's what we need. So, he's shooting it open with confidence. He's shooting it contested with confidence, and that's what we need from Armaan. So, he came out and showed up tonight, and, I think we're going to see that from him a lot this year.
Chris, go ahead.
Kadin, you had 7 rebounds, and 6 of them were in the last 11 minutes. Did anything change that you were chasing the ball more, or did it just happen to come to you? Like, what do you think, grouped them together at the end?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I don't know how many offensive rebounds I ended up with, but I tried to later in the second half to get on the offensive glass. Even if I wasn't going to get it, knock it out of bounds, knock it off of them, and try and get it out of bounds and see if we can get the ball to be ours. So a lot of it was trying to go offensive glass harder. Defensive rebounding, I was doing my best to keep my man off the glass, and sometimes it just goes the other way, which just happens. So. Yeah, I think I really locked in on just trying to get on the offensive glass in the second half. I think that's where I started showing my effort.
Kadin, so much of the offense last year kind of went inside out with Jaden and then out. This year, with the way the guards are going to shoot it, do you anticipate it being more of an outside in, or are you guys still kind of looking for the paint touch first?
I think that, something that we're really focused on here is getting paint touches, so I expect it to be more inside out still. But the thing is, with great outside shooting, helps me and Jaden and Poppy and all of us on the inside, and if we're able to be dominant on the inside, that's going to help our outside shooters. So it all just flows together. We can play inside out, outside in. It's all going to be the same at the end of the day. So, yeah, that's what I expect this year.
Kind of picked up tonight where you left off in the NIT. Compare your kind of comfort level and confidence level tonight with this time last year.
A lot more comfortable. I'm more comfortable with, my teammates, more comfortable with Charlottesville in general, more comfortable with the coaches. So I think just being more comfortable and confident in myself it shows, the work that I put in over the summer, things like that. So it just benefits me a lot being a lot more comfortable this year.
Armaan, obviously you led the way in this category, but you guys shot it well as a team from outside. Coach Bennett has said this is a better shooting team. Yeah, how good is it to come out, though, in game one and kind of back that talk up, show that's real?
It feels good, seeing shots go down, but we know that, we want to be more consistent with it. We had games last year where, we were shooting well and games where we weren't shooting well. So just kind of that consistency from deep is going to be important for us.
In the second half, when they came up and went 1 point lead, Kadin said that maybe last year you wouldn't have responded this way. Do you kind of agree with that? And what kind of changed in this year's team?
Yeah, I honestly do think we wouldn't have responded how we did tonight. But I think, everybody got older, everybody got, smarter, kind of. And then just being able to band together and, through tough times, things like that. We work on in practice where we're going through slumps, just being able to get out the slumps.
Do you sense when you hit those first two shots? Last year there were times you struggled for long stretches, and people I think had expected 40% or whatever you showed. Do you sense when you hit those first two? Do you hear the crowd, and does that change your your approach? Does it fire you up?
Yeah, it feels good to hit the first couple of shots, but I think for me it's just. I don't care. I just want to be consistent throughout the whole year. I've had games like this last year where I was hitting shots, but other games where I wasn't. So just being able to find that consistency with my shot is going to be important for me.
You mentioned this summer and working out. Like, you spent some time with Justin Anderson. I asked Coach Bennett about your summer training and stuff, and he said Justin would take all the credit for everything that you showed tonight. But what was that experience like, and kind of how did you connect with Justin?
He came here last year for a football game, and I believe he asked, one of the coaches about, if he could help in any way, and I guess they led him to me, and we just kind of built a relationship from there. And then I had some time off when we went home in the summer. He invited me to go out to Florida to work out with him, and it was really beneficial. It was a week worth of work, and it was just it was a fun time as well. But just getting to see the little things of the game, training with some professionals, some NBA players, it was a fun time.
Armaan, you guys had 16 assists on 20 made baskets. What do you think was working with ball movement and getting good looks?
I think that's how we have to play. Share the ball, find open looks, find open teammates, and then just been having that confidence to step up and knock down shots. That's what they preach to us, multiple sides of the floor, touching multiple sides of the floor with ball screens and running our ball screen motion and our sides and just moving the ball.